Hi, my name is Marcy. What's occurring? Oh, it's evening time, but I thought I'd just do this video before it gets too dark. Um, Heavenly Father just spoke to me like he always does in all of my videos. Um, so now I was going to be talking about how Satan used to be called Lucifer. He was a very beautiful angel. Yes, and he covered God's throne, and he was made out of instruments, and that's why you've got all these people now making music and stuff like that, and there's all that rap stars and all these stars. And then obviously on the flip side to that, there's going to be people who are trying to change their faces, their appearance. Now this world will, this world will turn around and say, oh, they've got a complex about their skin colour or the way that they look and stuff like that. No, it's not. It's got nothing to do with that. Let me take my glasses off because it's just shining light in there. It's not nothing to do with that. It's to do with the fact that, Satan was beautiful and he doesn't like beautiful things no more. He's always reminded of the fact that he was beautiful. Now he's now called the destroyer. He destroys everything. So when he sees people who are beautiful, he wants to turn them into what he looks like, which is ugly and horrible. And then he starts to get them to chop up their faces and stuff like that. And how he does that, he gets that person by his possession, by getting them to sell their souls or whatever, and flaunting their skin off on television and exposing their body. And when their sins come to the full capacity, he then has full possession over that individual, and then he can start doing what he wants to do with it, getting them to do, things like plastic surgery, changing the colour of the skin, changing the colour of their eyeballs, stuff like that, so that you can make them look ugly, because it's not nice. And it's not nice. I mean, these people are probably thinking, oh yeah, this looks good, but when you look in that mirror and you don't recognise yourself no more, and then Satan kind of withdraws himself from you a little bit, then you start to realise that you've gone and made an awful mistake. He gets people to draw on themselves and he gets them to do all these things. And the reason why, as I've just said a minute ago, is because he used to be beautiful. And now he's no longer beautiful. Everything that he comes into contact with, he defiles. And that's my message today. Hopefully somebody will listen to this and take it into consideration that, we was born in the image of God. We was created in the image of God, shall I say. And we was already perfect. Satan sinned against God and got cast down to the earth, and he was turned into ashes. He was destroyed by the fire that God took out of him. And so now he's ugly and he's horrible and he's even called Beelzebul, all these names that he's got. And so when he gets something, he wants to make it horrible. Have you noticed that a man will be with a woman and he loves her so much? He loves her. He desires her. And then as soon as he's been with her for a year or two, he starts saying things horrible about her. Now, I'm not saying that all men do this, but this is how men do. These men who like to control women and abuse them, mentally abusing someone, and then that individual then starts to look drained and not watered and shriveled up and tired. But that's what Satan does to people when he possesses them. He turns them into something that they was never created to be. Hope that this video has been helpful to you today. Bye and God bless.